my hair, I don't think it's ever looked this bad. I was fixing it this Friday because I was going out, you know, partying, eating dinner, whatever. It's not like, you know, I'm close to dying, so it's not like I'm going to nightclubs being like partying. But I went out and then I put a shit ton of hairspray into it. Yes, I did. I was hungover yesterday, so I just let it be. Today, it's a mess. It's frizzy. It's frizzy and all of the above. However, I got a fan that isn't as loud as my other one is. Actually, I stole this fan. It's from Nicholas and I took it. But I'm gonna start off doing my eyeshadow per usual. But I wanted to include when I apply my little eyeshadow primer because I've gotten some questions like, how do you apply it? And I thought, hey, I'm here for you. Let me show you, okay? Come on in. So prepping is key. You have to go in with your moisturizer, eye cream, sunscreen, and all of that. If you don't want to use any of those products, I will demand that you use sunscreen at least, okay? If you use an eye cream, tap it lightly under your eyes, nothing on the lid. That will make your eyeshadow crease like a mother effer, and it's not supposed to be there. So put it here and then it will rise. Now we have a clean lid, we have nothing on it, and what we're doing is that we're taking our primer, obviously, and I'm just squirting out a little. It's almost empty, but I know we can do this. That is probably way too much, but we're gonna work with it. So what I do is that I take my finger, clean finger, and then I just start tapping it in, and I disperse the product all over my lid up to my brows in my inner corner, and I tap it until it's actually set, because if I stop tapping right now it's gonna be uneven, and sometimes if I feel like I've gotten a little bit too much, I used this finger. Now I'm gonna take this finger instead. So this finger is clean, it has nothing on it. And I continue to tappily tap, 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 tap. And I think I would say that it is pretty nice right now. So now the product has dried down. It is still a little bit tacky, but it's going to be like this, okay? I'm doing the same thing here. Tapping it in, tappily, tappily motions. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my lip balm. This is from grwm. It's really good actually. Ugh. And I almost finished it up, so it's like, oh my god, I can't get anything out. We have to do this old trick, you know, where you push the product out. Here we go. Speaking about eyeshadow primer, this was years ago, but I remember I was in a Facebook group and there was this woman that was constantly complaining about high quality eyeshadow palettes and the formulas of them. Nothing like, hey, we all have different preferences, okay? So it's not like I was saying that she was wrong, I was right, you know, but she was just like, I don't get it, I don't get the shadows to work for me, they all come out patchy, it doesn't look great. I can't remember everything that she was complaining about. I'm gonna use my Natasha Denona Love palette today, and this is what she looks like. I'm gonna start off taking the shade first, I think. You know what, I don't know if I can take this shadow because I don't know if it's gonna be, yeah, it is a little bit too pink, I remember that. So what I will do is that I will just go into my Colourpop Going Coconuts palette, and I'm gonna take this shade shredded, which is this one. And I'm gonna take that one instead under my eyes. Yeah, but she was just complaining about like high quality shadows, and she was constantly complaining about them. She didn't do like one post about it. She did one post and asked for tips. Like, what am I doing wrong? I can't figure it out. And people were giving her tips like, maybe you should use an eyeshadow primer. She was like, okay, I use an eyeshadow primer. And they were like, maybe it's your brushes, maybe it's like da 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 da. Maybe watch some tutorials to see, you know, just how to apply eyeshadow, because I don't know, they didn't know what was going on. I don't think I ever commented, but I remember seeing her posts. And I was thinking like, maybe, you know, sometimes the problem lies with you and not the quality of the product, because sometimes, you know, people that doesn't really know how to do makeup can sometimes don't really understand how to apply something. Gosh, I'm sounding like an awful person, but hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from. Now I'm gonna take the shade First. And it got to a point where I was so interested and I was so curious about what the dealio was. So one time I went into her Facebook page and I could see that she had a link to her YouTube channel. And I was like, oh wow, she has a YouTube channel. Here I get to see like how she applies everything and how her, like what her techniques are, and it's gonna be a little bit easier to help someone. She started applying eyeshadow primer and there were no words. This woman was applying eyeshadow primer. She took, I don't know which eyeshadow primer she was using, but it was something like the Milani one, where it is like a cream and not like a MAC paint pot. And it wasn't like a P. Louise kind of primer either. But she was painting, or she was putting it on. I can't remember if she was using a brush or a finger, but she was like doing like this. And then she went one side again across like this. So she had, and I'm not joking, I even took a screenshot because she had like the biggest, thickest blob of eyeshadow primer, and then she was trying to put eyeshadow on top of it. No shit that the product didn't go on properly. So I posted a screenshot on her on the little thread, and I was like, hey, I saw this is how you apply your eyeshadow primer, and I just wanted to say your eyeshadow is going on very badly or poorly because of the fact that you haven't blended out your base. You have a big blob, and I could see that she had it in all of her videos. And after that, it was, she didn't complain about eyeshadow anymore, so hopefully that helped her. But it was just like, you know, how in the world could you not see that or feel that? On the same brush, I'm actually gonna take the shade Intense, or should we take Heart? I think I'm gonna take a bit of Intense and Heart. So this is Intense and this red one is Heart. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm just, again, as I said, I'm just gonna mix them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hope the fan isn't too loud for you guys. But it's like, it's so stinking hot that I need to have something on, because having the lights here, it's impossible to do my makeup without like just sweating it off. If you follow me on Instagram and if you follow me here, you probably know that I haven't done a lot of shopping in a long time. Like when it comes to makeup, I've tried to enjoy what I have, and now it's just become this big thing where I've instead bought so many new things. Like I cannot stop purchasing new makeup. And I was thinking about it the other day, because in the beginning I was like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself. I never purchase anything, so let me just treat myself and enjoy it. You know, if this is something I really want, why put blame on myself? Or why, like, because I've never said officially that I'm on a low buy, on a no buy. I have always been like, you know, I just wanna, not always, but for the past whatever months, I've wanted to enjoy myself and I've wanted to use the products that I have, and I've liked the fact that I've gotten usage out of my products. I've loved the fact that I've finished so many things up, and I have enjoyed not getting as many new things in. I've gotten some PR and whatnot, but then shit just hit the fan. I don't even know if that is an expression, but I think it is. If it's not, it's a really bad expression on my part, and I'm sorry. But I started shopping a lot, and I've talked about this in some of my other videos, but I've started to shop a lot, and all I do is like watch new makeup. And when I watch YouTube videos, even though I'm watching people that does like product pans and shop my stashes and all of that, I still get sucked in, because if they feature a product that I don't have, I'm like, done, I need it. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, why is that? Like, what is it? And all I could think about is that I have so much anxiety at the minute, which I've talked about so many times, because I don't know what the future holds for me. I have dreams and I have plans and I have things I really want to do with my life, and all of that is gonna be put on a standstill if I don't get a job. Like, if you're new here, when I'm filming this, I have about a couple of weeks left on my job. I got like, let's just call it an internship, which was like 1 year, and then you're done. And it's nothing personal, it's nothing like that, but it's just like, you know, and I know that they think that I've done an amazing job, but it's just, they cannot prolong my position. So I have been applying for other jobs. I've talked about the fact that I've been to a lot of interviews, and I like end up getting nothing, and most people don't even call me back. And it's not like I'm applying for jobs I don't think I could get. It's like I am applying for jobs that I actually think that I could get, and that I'm sometimes a little bit overqualified for. But it doesn't matter to me. Like, if you know, I don't mind scrubbing toilets. I don't mind doing things that maybe other people wouldn't want to do. Like, that doesn't really affect me. I just want a job. And it is something like I worry about all the time. All the time. I'm just gonna take a little bit of primer. This is the Elemis Superfood primer. I like to go in with my primer before I'm done with my eyeshadow, just so it can sink in a little bit. But that's the only thing where I can think about, like, I am purchasing so much makeup because of the fact that, oh, I want to spoil myself, and it's something I can look forward to, instead of me, you know, buying or not buying it. And then, you know, it is having this break in this world that is so complicated, that is making me have anxiety and feel nauseous, and just like it makes me not want to cry that very instant when I have placed my order, or when they say that my order has shipped, or whatever it is. Like, it just makes me happy. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Dr. Jart Cicapair one. I saw that this had come back into stock. It looked fantastic, so if you did want to purchase it, you could. But that was maybe a little bit too much. I'm just gonna take a little bit down here. I really want to test out this cream to powder formula a little bit more, even though like I have a pretty big dent in it. I still want to test it out a little bit more. So I'm just going in to it with a Anastasia brush, and the shade is called Commitment. I think that a lot of people can relate to that, and I know, and before people start worrying or pulling up conclusions or whatever, the money part isn't the issue here. I am in, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like every month I pay to an organization, so if I end up without a job, they will give me money. So the money part isn't the issue here. Also, I have savings. I have savings so I could afford not working for a while, but I don't want to, because I know that that is gonna affect me in such a negative way. It's gonna affect me to the... Wow. Beautiful eyeshadow, Paulina, beautiful. Yeah, but it's just gonna affect me in a negative way. I am not gonna want to do anything. Probably what's gonna end up happening is that I'm gonna work out a lot, and then I'm gonna post here a lot and just obviously apply for other jobs as well. And but it's just like I don't even know. I can barely take myself I can barely take myself seriously when I look like this. But I had to go off camera a little bit because I was starting to get a little bit emotional. So I just gathered myself and I'm good to go. Hey Sigge. What do you want? Vill du ha en puss? Ooh, I might want to use this pigment from Inglot. I haven't used this yet. Ooh. Okay, so let's start off with another shade first. You just gotta see which goes with this one. Everything. Everything and anything. I think I'm just gonna take the shade Passion. Let me just take that on my little finger. And I'm just gonna take it up to here perhaps. It is a little bit of that red, so I think it's gonna go beautifully with the look. Oh, you know what? This all over the lid would be such a beautiful and like a grungy look without having that matte. Oh wow, I kind of want to do that. But I want to take the Inglot shadow as well, so I'm going to. I'm gonna start off taking my NYX Pigment Primer and not glitter glue. No, I use the pigment primer. I talked about this in another video, so leave me alone. I'm just taking that wherever the pigment goes. It's just gonna make it stick a little bit easier. Every time I look in the viewfinder, I'm like, damn, bitch. Damn. But it will come together, I promise. The shade from Inglot is number 118. And what I will do is that I'm gonna spray my brush just a little bit, and then I'm gonna go into the product and then I'm just tapping it off. And this is what we're going for, or what it's looking like. I mean, it's super pretty, but it doesn't go with the look. Let me see if I have anything else. Okay, I didn't. So I think I'm just gonna take the shade Giving, which is this one on top of Passion, and then I'm gonna take more of Passion. So I'm just gonna go over this, just like right here in my inner corner, but Passion is gonna dominate this. And then Passion, once again, just going over this. I need to do some blending. I think I'm just gonna do that off camera and clean up under my eyes and just come back in a little bit. I don't know what's happening, like my skin is pilling. And I cannot for the life of me figure out if it is the Elemis primer or this one from Good Molecules. It's a silicone-free priming moisturizer. I use it as a moisturizer. Excuse you. And I can't figure out, so I kind of have to like go over my skin like this just to remove all of the pilling, because otherwise it's gonna get stuck in the foundation, and that's not what I want. If anyone has used these and know, let me know. I think it is the Good Molecules one because I've seen in some other videos and then some days when I've been not filming that I've gotten it around my mouth, and I think it's that one, and it's not okay. Not the slightest. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Bobbi brown one and go over around my mouth and my nose, because my cheeks and everything will look cute no matter what, but my nose and around this area can look pretty dry, and I don't need that today, okay? I don't need it. I'm gonna take my Becca under eye concealer, and I try to use this pretty sparingly because it is, if you are unaware, no, if you are aware, you know that it is so stinking creamy. So during the day, it just gets creamier and creamier, you know, when you're outside in the heat. I will remove this because I'm going to the gym later on, but I still want a thin layer. So I tried to take it just around the hollows, and that's about it. Vad gör du, Sigge? Du förstör min video. He's ruining my video. I'm gonna take my Ardell foundation. I have discussed this on my Instagram as well, that I'm getting a little bit scared about the future and all of that. And some of you are super understanding and very, very sweet, and some of you are like, don't worry about it. Well, oh, thank you for the comment. It's like when I was feeling bad, like I was home for a couple of years because I suffered from anxiety and PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, because I had an experience that made me want to kill myself, basically. Like the day after that, I couldn't leave my house. The day after that happened, I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't do anything. I was a completely different person than I am today. I have even like cried in videos, and it's just like, yeah, you know, it was a very hard time for me, and I could have people telling me like, just think positive and you'll get over it. Well, fuck you, Karen. Fuck you. No, that's not the way the world works. Just think positively. No. After so many years of being sick and suffering from this, granted, I never, ever feel bad when I'm at work or doing something, because I need, you know, I need that kind of routine. However, whatever. Telling someone just to think positively or that it's gonna get better, it's just like a big F you to them. If you don't know how to help them, don't say anything. Just say, if you are feeling like you need to say anything, it's just like, you know, thinking about you or hope it gets better. So I'm allowing myself to feel this way because it's not consuming my life. It's not eating me up from the inside. I still go to work every single day. I still, what else do I do? I still go to the gym every single day, and I continue to have a very successful YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding. My channel isn't successful. I'm not growing, but I'm still powering through my life and having a beautiful dog support me. This is the Jart Shape Tape, as we are now calling it, in the shade 12, and then we need our Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade 12 just to deepen it up, and we got way too much fucking concealer. What is going on? Just removing a little bit. I'm gonna take my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus foundation. And I'm just gonna take that to set under my eyes, if I can find a little brush. I think this one can work. If we just... I just want like a thin layer. I don't want anything too much. In my head, what I was going for today was going to go for like a no makeup, but still wearing makeup, but still like, you know, very just subtle and pretty. And that is obviously what I ended up doing, you know. For under our eyes, I think I'm gonna start off taking the shade Intense, which is this one right over here. And then I'm just gonna start blending this out. And I wanted to go pretty far down, but not like too much, but still pretty far down. Oh wow, I really like this. This is like very grungy. Let me take Commitment, which was the really dark cream to powder product or shadow, and just take it right under your lash line. This shadow, when you try and pick it up, is very like crumbly and can give you fallout, so definitely tap it off, because I got fallout when I was doing my top eyes, my eyes. But since I hadn't done my base, I could just remove it very easily. I'm not gonna go in with mascara right now, because I need to go to the bedroom, I mean, to get another one, and like a new, fresh, brand new one, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna do that in a little bit. So let's just go in with our Milk Makeup bronzer. Cannot believe it. We are getting places. I got a comment on Instagram. Someone, because I had featured like 7 lip products that I had finished this year, and someone basically wanted to tell me that I was lying, because, or that I was fake panning, that I was probably just applying it to my leg and like wiping it off, because no one could finish 7 lip products in just 5 months. And I was like, but sweetie, they weren't brand new when January hit, you know? Like, one of them is the Nikki Tutorials Nude Potion liquid lipstick that she did with Ofra. I don't even want to tell you how old that is. None of those lip products I had used, like got in January and then used them up. They had obviously been worked on for a very long time. Like, come on, calm your tits, think a little bit, because honestly, you're just being stupid. However, I am following someone that I can tell is like really digging in her shadows. She's like the new, okay, I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to drag hate towards her. But there were this one girl on the internet a couple of years ago. She is not posting that much anymore, I think. She was getting palettes from these brands, and she was hitting pan in a week. And everyone was like, how the fuck did you hit pan in that product in like a week? Yes, some shadows are dusty, but they are not that dusty. Also, like, sure, I swatch things and that will show a little bit more usage and blah blah blah, but it's like, how the actual F can you hit pan in 1 week? That's not possible unless you are swirling and swirling and swirling and swirling and swirling, or like really digging at it. I get accused of digging into my pans. I'm fine with that because I know the truth. And also, I don't hit pan in like a week. And if you hit pan in a week, good. I'm glad it works out for you. But I know that this girl was digging into her pans, okay? Something I want to hit pan on is, however, this Fenty bronzer. I don't know how many times I've said, I'm gonna hit pan, I'm gonna hit pan, I'm gonna hit pan. I never hit pan, so I've just given up. No, a piece of me every single day that I use it is like, today's the day. And I do like this, I'm gonna show you. So I do like this, I take my brush, swirl it in, no pan. Apply it, and then, okay, I didn't need to go in with more, but you know the drill. And then I look at it, no pan. And I also don't think there is a lot of product in this one. No, it's 6 grams, 6.23 grams, which is 0.22 ounces. So I should have hit pan. I think that is why a lot of people have hit pan in their ones. Because a lot of people were like, oh, look at this, I'm using it so much. Well, it's not that much product in it to begin with. Let me see if I have another bronzer here. You have this one from Milani, which contains 9.5 grams. This one from Hourglass contains 2.8 grams. Damn, that's not a lot. But I do like this Fenty bronzer, however. In the beginning, I was a little bit iffy on it. I was like, you know, I don't really know if I like it, if I dislike it. I knew that I didn't dislike it, but there was something about it that I felt was a little bit off. I don't today know what that was, but yeah. So, no pan today either. You mother effer. Should we take a little bit of this Hourglass bronzer, just a little bit on top? Why am I doing this? This doesn't do anything. Oh wow, it's just like too much fucking bronzer. I've gotten way too much. Could you please tell me if you have experience with buying shit when you don't really need it just because you are having anxiety or whatever it might be? Because it's really something that I started to think about, and it's not something I think is a healthy behavior, and I kind of just need to stop. But it's hard. It's really hard because when I purchase things, in the moment, I think that it is because I really want it. Like I was ordering one thing the other day. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You kind of have to just, it doesn't matter what it was. And I was so excited. I had been looking at this product, not for that long because it was a new launch, but I had looked at it for like a day. And I was really telling myself like, yeah, I really want this. I really want this. As soon as I had ordered it, I was like, maybe I should just email them and tell them to remove the product, like cancel my order, I mean. And I don't know why, because I was telling myself I really wanted it, but then as soon as I ordered it, I was like, done. And I want to make it perfectly clear so that you don't think about this in the wrong way, but I don't think that there's so many people out there that buys products all the time, like every week. They purchase like a new makeup collection every single week. I don't want you to think that I'm saying that these people are sad in their life, because that's definitely not what I'm thinking. If you are purchasing 5 palettes, 10 lipsticks, and 50 blushes in a week, I am not telling you that you are someone that's sad or depressed or doing it because you are dealing with something else in your life. No. I know that there are a bunch of different people that purchase. We have different spending habits, and that's fine. If you are someone that purchases a lot of shit, or if you know someone that purchases a lot of shit, they are not depressed. They could be, but that's not an okay thing to just assume. I took my Milk Makeup Lit highlight stick, and now I'm taking my Dior palette in the shade Glitz. I'm taking a little bit of this and then this one. Beautiful. No, but I just wanted to make that clear, because just because I do it, or I think that's the way it is in a way, I'm not saying that everyone else that purchases a lot of shit is. depressed, so you cannot think that. I'm not saying that I'm depressed, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, Paulina, I think you have anxiety. You need to go on medication, you need to see a therapist. I've been on medication for maybe 6 years at this point, even more. I got my first medication when I was 19, I think. I didn't take it every single day. In the beginning, I took it every single day, and then I went off it, and then I went on it again when I was 21, and then I went off it when I was 23, and then I went on it again. So medication for me is like something I need to have it. I don't even want to think about how I would feel if I wasn't on medication. I want to use my MAC blush. This is the Glow Play blush in the shade Groovy. I'm just gonna paint this on. I really like these Glow Play blushes. They are a hybrid between a cream and a powder. And I just think that they look so beautiful on the skin, but they also glide on so beautifully. And they blend really, really pretty. It would be cool to do like a really dark red with this, but I think I want to do something really, really vampy today, just to kind of change shit up. So I need to go to my bedroom, I mean, to get that. So let me do my mascara and all of that, and I will be back. So I applied mascara and then a black eyeliner, and then I took this Stila shadow that I've been loving. I've used this every single day for a couple of weeks now, and I put it into my inner corner. It's just very, very glittery, and it's almost like wet looking. And then I pulled out this Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Mina, and I thought that I would use it. So let's see, because it might crash a little bit with the look. No, I think it's gonna work. I just let my hair down, and I feel like it's just like, ugh. It's so bad. I just want to wash it, but it's like I'm going to the gym later, so I don't really want to wash it right now, you know? Maybe we could do something like that, but that is like too proper for this look. But that was kind of cute. I really enjoyed the look I got out of this. It was fun to just play a little bit with makeup and just, I don't know, do something different. I tend to go a little bit more neutral nowadays. And it was fun using the Love palette a little bit more and just dabbling into it more. I think that the eyes came out beautifully, and I think that the lip color was really fun as well. And yeah, I think that that was all I had for you guys today. Please don't forget to wear sunscreen. And please don't forget to put out water for the wild animals. Don't put them out in glass buckets, put them out in plastic instead, and then when the heat is over, bring them back in so you don't ruin the environment. We do that every single year, and change out the water as well so that the wild animals can have some water and not die. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.